And we're live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, Brian Anthony, with Beyond Babbitt, reporting for duty. Thank you for joining us. First live of the new year. Hope y'all enjoyed your time off, your time with friends, family. Enjoyed the good food. Now it's a little cold weather coming, guys. We can deal with it, though. Had a chance to do a lot of thinking while we were off. Not a lot of news out there, but I started doing some research, and it's taking me down a rabbit hole that... Happy New Year, Tammy Jo Dolan. Yeah, happy 2019. So I started doing some research, and it's taking me down a black hole. It's connecting everything. Welcome, Michael Bennett. It's connecting everything, and it's scary, put it like that. It's just plain scary. What's going on, JFT, Jimmy from Tucson? Let's just put it like this, guys. So the research I've been doing, and we won't get into all of it right now. I plan on really delving into it and bringing forth a show on it, but let's just say that AI was not created by humans. Nanotechnology was not created by humans. So we'll get into that just a little bit in this one, but let's just go over some stuff that we've been talking about and take a look ahead, what we can expect the rest of this week and maybe the rest of this month, the rest of this year. So Putin has came out in an open statement saying he's open. He welcomes it to talk with Trump. He's open to talking with Trump. He loves to dialogue with Trump, on many issues. So that goes to, we've already been saying that Trump and Putin have had a backdoor channel going on, some kind of ways of communication, and that's how we've avoided the conflict in Syria up to this point. And so Putin is open to, and so to me it just underscores that we were probably right, that they've already been communicating since he just came out in the open and said he's willing to talk to him like that. Now the shocking thing is this: Kim Jong-un, the president, or whatever you call him, of North Korea, has also come out. Hello, Metal Sheep, and Happy New Year to you. So Kim Jong-un has also come out and said, he said they're not going to denuclearize. He said they're committed to not building any new nuclear weapons. And he said he's also... right. So Kim Jong-un also says he's willing to, he wants to talk to Trump too. Said he'll be willing to sit down with him anytime, anywhere to talk. But he's basically saying they're not denuclearizing, but he said they're committed to not building any new ones. But whatever they have, they're keeping it. And here's another shocker. A general with China has just come out and say they should sink 2 American aircraft carriers. They're saying they're getting tired of us sailing through the South China Sea, doing the Freedom of Navigation Act stuff. And they said if they sink 2 of them, they say they believe they have 2 ships, 2 missiles. They said they can sink these aircraft carriers even in a strike force group. Like if it's a group escorting the aircraft carrier, they say they have a missile that can pinpoint the aircraft carrier and take it down and sink it. And they're saying something like each aircraft carrier would have 5,000 crew. And it's if they sink 2 of them, that's like 20,000 people. Uh-oh. George W. Bush Twitter page missing. I don't doubt it, man. These guys are going to the bunkers, man. They're going to the bunkers, Jack. So China's making threats like they ready to get it on. They ready to sink a ship, an aircraft carrier, 2 of them. And that's pretty much it. It's not been a lot of news, except for, so we all know that the things that happened in New York and in, where was that? Kenner, Louisiana. If you see the video of it, you can see blue lights. And then everything starts. So we know what they have in store for us for 2019. Now let me go ahead and tease y'all a little bit with this rabbit hole that I done jumped in. All right. I hope so, Michael Bennett. So the rabbit hole is this, guys. And I've been ignoring it. I've been seeing it popping up, and I've just been like, man, this comic strip stuff, poo-pooing it, you know. But I really did some research, and it's true. And the Nazis had it. Hitler had it. It's supposed to be infused in the box in Islam, where they could do in Mecca, that they walk around the black box. And a lot of other things throughout history is known about this. Excuse me, this substance. And it's called black goo. Black goo. Hey, but let's get the thumbs up in here, guys. It's enough people watching. We can get at least one thumbs up. Let's get some thumbs up, some likes on here. So we know about CERN, right? We know that CERN is trying to open dimensions, trying to open portals to, thank y'all for that. So they're trying to open portals to other dimensions, to, thank you, Michael Bennett. And they're saying also that quantum computing, they're in touch with beings from the 4th and 5th dimension, not 3-dimensional. And this is remember the right brain AI is supposed to read your mind. Well, AI is not man-made. Thank you, Metal Sheep. And the nano is not man-made. So the black goo is the same as dark matter. Almost the same as antimatter. I did a series on Koshek or Choshek. You know, this Bible speaks about, in the beginning, darkness was on the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moves upon the waters. So then, you know, in the New Testament talks about how light shined in the darkness, and darkness comprehended it not. So the black goo covered the face of the earth, covered everything. And Koshek is not just dark, like no light. There are a lot of other words in the Hebrew that means no light. This means vacuity, misery, torture, emptiness. There's a lot of miserable words that go along with Koshek, that go along with the black goo. So now the black goo, they're finding the black goo everywhere that they find petroleum, oil. So this may have been the thing a long time ago. We thought maybe everybody was, oh, they're looking for oil. Oil is so precious. Oil. Maybe they're looking for the black goo. You know about the Falkland Island Wars. They claimed that they had took over that because of oil. And it really was supposed to be the true stories over the black goo. So the black goo is like a big black blob. Comes out of the ground. It's here. We don't know if we know in the beginning it was here in Genesis, but then we don't know what happened to it after that and why it's here now. Maybe it came in an asteroid or it hit the earth, but it's foreign material, and it's living. It is living. And it seems like it's dumb and stupid, but it has some spiritual powers to it. So all the nations are trying to get their hands on it. So what they do is scientists have been working with it, I don't know, since the 40s or 60s, but a mighty long time. And so they say this, that the black goo, if you separate it from each other and in the same room, don't you put it in jars, boxes, whatever, once it senses, it does like telepathy. Once it knows that there's other black goo in the room, it'll start jumping up and down and shaking the whatever container. It's going to break it to get to the. There's no way you can contain the black goo. It's going to get to the other pieces if it knows it's in the room. And so some other things that are connected to the black goo, besides the dark matter and the antimatter, Koshek, of course, it's living. It's alien. It's alien. The nano comes from the black goo. Another thing about the black goo, when you look at it under a microscope, it's hexagons, 6-sided figures. Its anatomic molecular structure. Smart dust, you know, the stuff they're chemtrailing us with, it's black goo. Yes, predictive programming, they use it for that as well. It's also, now I know y'all have heard about CERN. We've been talking about CERN probably since I started the channel. But CERN, they're creating antimatter. And it's so explosive, a vial this big can explode with the force of a nuclear bomb, several hundred megaton nuclear bomb, or maybe more. And a lot of the scientists that work with the substance, they go crazy and commit suicide. Well, they say the same thing is happening with the black goo. People who get the black goo, and it can read your mind. If you be like, oh man, this stuff is bad, we got to somehow get rid of it, it reads your mind and it makes you kill yourself. And the suicides have been strange suicides, not a regular just, oh, blow your head off or go hang yourself. No, some strange stuff. You'd be like, man. And it's the black goo. They say it's like pure evil, but it's, and now they're getting to the point to where it shapeshifts. The black goo shapeshifts. You could have just a black goo on the desk and you bring a laptop over and it'll turn into like a docking station for your laptop. Just because you thought of it. Yeah, they found it on Earth now. And from my understanding, they've been knowing about it probably since the 40s. Because they said Hitler, well, it had to be before the 40s. Because Hitler was supposed to be disappeared by 45. So they said the Nazis had it. They said Islam had it. They said it's embedded in the thing you walk around. You know, they take the pilgrimage to Mecca every year and they walk around that big black box. They said in the box is black goo. And man, this stuff has been, I've been just, it's a lot of double speech when they're speaking about this because, you know, they don't want you to know all this stuff is the same stuff. So the nano is not man-made, it's black goo. The smart dust, same thing. The AI. Black goo is automatically AI. When they find it on the trees or when it comes out of the ground, the petroleum, it's AI. It's programmable. So that's how we can use it. They found a way to program it. It's programmable material. I don't know if they're using some type of light, laser, what they're doing, but they can program it to do anything. Change colors, change shapes, change materials. It can change from plastic to metal, and oh man, it's nano. They call it the nanotechnology, but it's not technology. It's not. It's alien. It's man, it's hard to explain. That's why I'm just teasing you right now. I'm just telling you so much about it because there's a lot about it. Right, nothing new under the sun. And so they're saying the stuff is demonic. And it reminds me of the darkness that you can feel. That was in Exodus. Was it in Exodus? Yeah, and Moses, the Egyptians, they said it was, the darkness came on them and it was a darkness you can feel, 3 days of darkness. And they were just crying. They were scared to move out of the spot. Maybe it was, you know, it was more than just can't see, just block the light type of darkness. Maybe it was black goo or something that was torturing these people, man. And So CERN is supposed to be getting it from like outer space. It's supposed to be in touch with other dimensions, but the stuff is already here. They're finding it where they find like all the deep wells, deep oil wells, they find the stuff there. And people get sick, you know, they get physically sick from messing with it. Now we know about Marconi, right? The guy Marconi stole Tesla's technology and patented the radio, and I think they just gave it back to Tesla like 2010. Tesla's been dead a long time, but they finally said, no, you're right. Tesla had already patented portions of this, and the guy Marconi stole it. Well, there's a company called Marconi, and they've been dealing with this black goo. They're really deep and really heavy in it, and they're finding more and more uses of it. I don't think so. I don't think so. By the end of this month, if the government isn't open, they're going to stop the food stamps. And that'll probably send us into civil unrest. It'll probably be a reason, the catalyst to bring in the United Nations and to put us under martial laws. It's kind of how I'm leaning. But so Marconi is real deep in the black goo. Real deep in that. And also the quantum computing. The quantum computing is not like, you know how they came up with computers in DOS and you know how to program it. No, now the quantum computing is black goo. The information is coming from, they say, other dimensions. And the black goo can read your mind. They're going to come out with computers that can read your mind. The AI, right brain computer. It's like kind of like the Terminator. Which Terminator where the man just turns into a metal and he turns into other stuff when he's coming for you? Yeah, especially this holiday season. But it's coming. And then Margellans. You know, Margellans, they said it's a disease where the hairs and stuff grow out your body. They're saying that it's also something to do with the black goo. Yeah, it's coming. And so the black goo also, I know have y'all heard about the black eye kids? It's kids with all black eyes, and they've been witching people, going door to door. They say don't let them in your house, don't let them in your car, because if you invite them in, you're inviting them in, and they can start bewitching you. And speaking of that, and so they're saying that when the black goo gets in your body, it can take you over and your eyes go fully black. And you become like a superhuman. You can, yeah, D-Wave, exactly, quantum computing. And so Q did a post not too long ago, the one, you know, I don't really follow Q. At one time I was really listening to it and made too many mistakes. A lot of stuff didn't come to pass, like the North Korea thing. But anyway, so Q said, don't worry about prepping, you know, for 6 months. Don't worry about that. You're protected. It says the black eye will protect you. The black eye will protect you. It didn't explain what the black eye was. I'm going to tell you what the black eye is. It's the black goo, man. It seems like science fiction, but think of how many movies it's always this black, oily-like substance that takes over humans, takes over everything. It's like, it's got to be hundreds of movies. Changes your personality, and it's the black goo. And also monatomic gold. And then, you know, they talk about the monatomic gold is like the fountain of youth. It does everything for the body. But they're saying black goo is monatomic gold. It's like $300 for less than an ounce. The stuff is high. The monatomic gold means one atom, and it's gold. But they're saying the monatomic gold can change into other things. It reconfigures its molecular structure. It's the black goo, man. You don't want to take that stuff. And so wherever they find oil or petroleum, they're finding the black goo. And they're fighting over the different nations. Yeah, exactly, Michael Bennett. Exactly. So I believe the market of beasts is going to have something to do with the black goo, because it's metal particles. If you put a magnet on it, man, it shape shifts. And so in Daniel it talks about the iron mingled with clay. and say they. It say they shall mingle, and saying they shall mingle their seed with the seed of men. Well, it got to be the they has to be the nano. It has to be the black goo, because it's metal, but it's liquid, but it's, oh man, y'all have to look it up. I may do some real extensive work on it, but it's going to take a couple of hours to hammer everything. It all links back to the black goo. And they also have, they said the next level above is the neurodust. It goes with 5G and everything. That's how they're going to remote control us. They already have the 5G that works on our same brain length, our same wavelength. Then they get the nano inside of your body and the aluminums. Man, you're going to see some real zombies. We think we're seeing zombies now. You're going to see some in a minute. The chemtrailing, they're spraying the nano. And they're able to, they've been modifying it because it comes up, they found it in black, but now they make it in different colors as well. And that's just a little teaser for you guys. But this is what they want to bring. This is what 2019 is going to do. Because by 2020, they want all of us to be complicit, compliant with the Real ID Act, the AI, facial identification, basically using your body to identify instead of, we're in the system, guys. We got 12 months. Not all this come from YouTube though, but it's real, man. It's real. A lot of the technology that they're introducing to us now, it's not like technology. Because the computer, you can fix a computer. It's parts, it's things in there. The black goo. Look at this. See, they freeze me. Yeah. See, every time we get this deep, Metal Sheep, every time we get this deep, they want to shut it up. They want to shut it up. Yeah, they done froze me. Anyway, guys, I really didn't have much more to say, but this is really concerning to me because, you know, all right, thank you, 6 Acre. I'm glad that y'all could join. But I'm thinking of, what if the black goo, what if all of our leaders like have a piece of this black goo in them and they're working on behalf of the AI? The AI is not man-made. Yeah, I'm frozen. The nano is not man-made. See, they froze. They always freeze me when the information gets this deep because they really don't want it getting out. And I didn't have much more to say on it. I had hit all the points. I really want to do a video on it with pictures and dates and names and everything. But I just wanted to get y'all aware of, man. This year is gonna be different than any year. That's right. We gotta stay strong. This is gonna be the year that everything's gonna change, man. You know, we thought that a lot of stuff, the mark of the beast and all that, was gonna be pretty much voluntary. Right now, we're being taken over. They're changing their chemtrailing, terraforming the planet. They're changing our molecular structure with the genetically modified foods. And I mean, it's a lot of things that's different. They're making it different on purpose. They're trying to bring about an atmosphere to open the gates of hell, the pits of hell, and let this stuff out on us, man. So we really have to be fighting spiritually and physically. That's right. That's right. And one thing about it, we need to make sure that we keep ourselves detoxed. Because, and like I said, I have the zeolite, guys. The zeolite can detox the black goo. It's ionized. It's negatively charged, and it attracts positively charged things that can get it out your body, and it makes your body alkaline. We want our bodies alkaline. We don't want them acidic. You know, it'll give you cancer. They're already trying to poison us. Well, anyway, guys, that's all I say for tonight, man. Glad hearing from all y'all. Glad seeing everybody. Keep your eyes out, because we still don't know. The stock market opens up tomorrow. We'll see. It ended up pretty high day before yesterday. I wish I could. Maybe we can teleport. Yeah. So, thank you, Tribulation X. Thank you, X-Acre. So, God bless, Godspeed. Love y'all. Keep your eyes open. We're going to be on them. I've been searching the news, trying to find something. There's nothing in the news, which is scary. But this black goo is one thing that I know. Everything is all things evil is leading back to this black goo stuff. So thank you, Metal Sheep. So all right, well, y'all have a good night. This is your host, Brian Anthony. Let me say it twice. Brian Anthony with Beyond Babbitt, Over and out. All right, Michael Bennett.